Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to The King's Speech. So quick TLDR, because I've just finished recording 3 other kaiju videos. So I'm assuming you will have watched those ones before coming to this one. So I assume you know why I've been MIA, things like that. But again, kind of do a quick recap summary before we dive into this chapter. Life has been a bitch. I've been trying to do some self-care to mitigate some of that. But trying to get back into doing reaction review stuff slowly before my backlog gets too unwieldy. I'm gonna catch up with the kaiju stuff that's out tonight. Like all the videos will be out this evening. I'll catch up with the new chapter tomorrow. I expect Spy Family sometime this week or this weekend, and channel updates this weekend with news on when read-throughs are coming back. So with that said, without further ado, let us dive into the most recent chapter of Kaiju number 8 until the new one comes out. With Kaiju number 8, chapter 52 by Naoya Matsumoto. Translation by David Evelyn and lettering by Brandon Bovia. And we pick up with, my god, if anyone sees just Isao fan art, send it my way because your boy's thirsty. Your boy is really thirsty. But yeah, that aside. So you see Isao talking to Narumi and going, I'm sorry, ignore the, I don't know if you heard it, but ignore that little beep you heard. It's just something processing in the background. But Isao goes, once I've finished assembling the strongest division, I plan on completely stepping down from combat, Narumi. The defense force, no, this nation is in your hands. And we see you pick up where we left off last time with Narumi and Kafka watching, Isao's body standing on top of number 9's corpse, all chestburster style. As Kafka's like, Director General, thank goodness you're all... Oh, God. I just love the way the little crack, like the little jolt of recognition, goes through Kafka's eye. Just, again, the art in these last few chapters has just been killer. This is another example of that. Just really love it. And you see as Kafka has the light bulb moment again, he goes, Captain Narumi, that thing! And you see as he turns around that, oh, God. You see kind of like Isao just transforming half of his face, merging with number 9's as he starts doing one of number 9's little finger bullets. And Kafka goes, it's not the Director General! And you see him just letting off this huge blast as Narumi and Kafka dash out of the way. Oh, and you see this giant explosion as Kafka just goes tumbling away. He's like, his power is unreal. It's a totally different beast from before. It's like, is this the same Kaiju number 9? And you see now Kaiju number 9 looks like a proper Kaiju. I was not a huge fan of Kaiju number 9, just design wise or character wise thus far. But him being in this semi-lizard form with the tail, looking all buff, I dig this design. I dig this upgrade. And you have Narumi going, damn it, Mr. Isao, where are you? Please respond, Mr. Isao. Number 9's like, Isao? It's like, you mean the suitable one. I killed him and fused with him. And he's holding Isao's little earpiece in his fingers. And you see both Narumi and Kafka just starting to get angry. As Narumi goes, who in the... Oh, it's not Narumi, sorry, it's Kikoru. Oh no, Narumi was the first who in the... And the Kikoru was the who in the world would ever believe that lie. She comes rocketing in from above and just lets off a flurry of shots on number 9. And Kafka's like, Kikoru! It's like, I see. You're this man's daughter, huh? And you see him just kind of transforming part of his eye into Isao's face. Oh, God, the look of anguish on Kikoru's face is just heartbreaking as she sees this. Kafka's like, look away, Kikoru! And as number 9's about to let off another blast, you see Narumi just coming in right below him with the sword at the ready as he goes, what did you do to my officer? And he just does a giant slash at number 9 as he goes, so this is the inescapable attack you used on Beta. And you see squadron style bayonet technique number 1, eruption slash. And and you see him just swinging his blade around and laying off some blows as he just peppers number 9 with a bunch of attacks. And he thinks back to Asao telling him, "This nation is in your hands." He goes, "Mr. Asao, I swear in your stead I won't let number 9 escape. I'll personally neutralize it once and for..." And he tries to go leaping forward towards him again. Number 9 goes, "Sorry. I'm going to call it a day." Oh. And you see him just growing like these 4 bulbous wings out of his back. Again, and just another amazing spread. And Narumi's like, "You're what?" He's like, "They're adverse effects right after fusing, so I'm leaving." And you see these little cracks starting to form on number 9's face. And Narumi's like, "Quit playing games." And he disappears. So he appears right above number 9 and goes slashing down. He goes, "There's no way I'm letting you escape." And he goes slamming into the ground. "Yeah, if that power is useful when dealing with enemies in smaller numbers. But if your enemy has superior defensive abilities, then you're powerless." And you see that Narumi's sword's gotten caught like a bulbous protrusion. Number 9's kind of grown onto his back. And he's about to fire off like an energy blast from his mouth. And Kafka just comes into the rescue from below as he powers up a punch. Number 9's like, He's like, "Give the director general back now." And he just punches him with this giant explosion. Number 9 goes, "Last time I was helpless." Oh. That's pretty badass, I will admit. Alright. He's like, "But this time I see through you." So you see that he's actually caught Narumi's gun sword with one of his hands and he's holding it in place. And he's used the other to stop Kafka's punch. Like, you see that his arm did kind of get like obliterated and blown apart a little bit by Kafka's punch. But he's managed to like hold it together enough to still block it. As he goes, Kaiju number 8. Oh, alright. Alright, so this chapter I appreciate purely for the fact that it kind of course corrected a little bit from the last one. And by that I mean like it... By course correct, I mean like I was unhappy with the last chapter. If you've watched the video, you should know that I wasn't a big fan of the last chapter for doing like, you know, the cliffhanger like tropey, like, "Oh, is he alive? Is he dead? Oh, we're gonna find out." Kind of thing, especially because it didn't have that much content-wise either. But I love how this chapter kind of upped the intimidation factor of Kaiju number 9, who kind of went from, you know, lackluster, kind of like, yeah, I can see, you know, why he's a villain, like, you know, he's interesting enough, but I'm not really like super, you know, enthralled by him or find him like super interesting or compelling, to, you know, suddenly give him a design change and suddenly his intimidation factor has just gone up like a whole notch. So yeah, number 9 went from like, boring and bland to, alright, now I want to see this guy kind of start fucking shit up. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen here. I'm assuming that, you know, number 9, I feel like number 9's got to go away because this is going to be the impetus for, you know, I expect some kind of training arc to come out of this for Kafka, because I feel like Kafka again in this fight we'll either find out, like, I think we'll see him realize in the next little bits in these chapters that he's not being able, either, let me figure out how to phrase this. I think either number 9 or Kafka himself are going to realize that he's not able to pull out the maximum power of, you know, the Daikaiju as he is right now. And so I think he's going to learn kind of the limitations of like how much lower he is below number 9 at this point now that number 9 is evolved. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what comes out of this, and I suspect that it's going to be Kafka trying to, like, you know, start to learn more about his kaiju power, like how it works, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of interested in seeing where that's going to go as well. So yeah, interested kind of like I'm interested in seeing what this fight is going to set the stage for. I'm sorry, my brain is just so fried right now. I'm interested in seeing what... I cannot even process words right now. What stage this fight is going to set going forward. Alright, it'll be super interesting, especially for Kokoro, because like I said, I think that was one of the most heartbreaking parts of this chapter, seeing, her losing another father or another parental figure to a kaiju again, being powerless to stop it. So I feel like, it's going to be a lot of follow from that for her specifically regarding this once we finish the fight, like everything, the dust settles and everything. So a lot of good setup and potential from this chapter. Excited to see where it goes. I cannot wait for the next one to come out tomorrow. Like I said, I will try my best to try to get a reaction video for that tomorrow as soon as it drops, and not let this backlog build again. So look forward to that. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, expect Spy Family video reactions as well sometime this week or this weekend. Like I also said, expect a channel update at some point as well with, dates and estimated times for when read-through stuff's coming back. Apart from that, as always, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I've been fluctuating in around the 150 subscriber number for a while now. So if someone wants to help me boost, bounce past that hurdle and keep above it, I would really appreciate that. Until next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.